Rare's lovable, candy-filled critters are throwing another garden fiesta in Viva Piñata, Trouble in Paradise. The original garden simulator felt like part marketing experiment and part game, while the lack of true multiplayer support left many wanting. Trouble in Paradise promises to right this wrong, but little else. Is it enough to warrant a second growing season?
I just love fireworks!
Professor Pester and his ruffians have managed to delete all of the data on Piñata Island, as well as the piñatas themselves, thus threatening to send their world into chaos or eliminate it altogether. You're charged with the task of recollecting the immense amounts of lost information by luring the various piñatas back to different gardens. With the piñatas back together, they can finally be sent back off around the world to their respective parties, allowing all to revel in a good time. Obviously, the plot amounts to little more than a setup for the game's absurd premise. No one over the age of 5 is going to find any redeeming qualities, and the majority of any in-game narrative is reserved for quaint cutscenes introducing new piñatas and inhabitants. While we don't expect a deep story in a game like this, the setup is even more nonsensical than the first. Trouble in Paradise offers several offline modes. Beginners and younger players should start off using the player guide mode, the standard option with additional guidance from in-game aids. Standard mode allows for experienced players to tackle the game with no help, and just for fun allows anyone to jump right in and play with nearly everything unlocked. In addition to the basic single-player modes, Trouble in Paradise offers several mini-games in the contest mode. While multiplayer was fairly sparse in the original Viva Piñata, resulting in little more than trading, Trouble in Paradise delivers a far more extensive experience, both locally and online. 2 players can engage in true co-op play offline or team up with 4 players on Xbox Live. Players have access to their own cursors and controls, and to encourage online co-op, everyone has access to the advanced toolsets immediately. Trouble in Paradise also offers relaxing distractions, as well as several mini-games that allow the piñatas to compete. These side events are basic, but do allow players to engage with their various piñatas in amusing competitive settings. The basic premise of Trouble in Paradise is identical to the original outing. Players tend to their virtual garden and attempt to create an impressive nursery in hopes of attracting as many of the over 90 different creatures as possible. Once these piñatas become permanent residents, players have the option to ship them off to other gardens, either locally or online, or mate them to create offspring. Gardening involves fairly rudimentary labor, such as digging holes, planting seeds, and watering plant life. Various critters are attracted to different landscapes, so you have to constantly adjust your garden to make sure new piñatas show up. New Streamlined Controls allow players to manipulate their surroundings quickly and easily. It's simplistic and easy to follow, though the overall experience is on the shallow side when compared to more in-depth life simulators. Rather than having players arbitrarily obtain new piñatas, new goal-based objectives are introduced. The objectives focus on obtaining specific piñatas and then cultivating them in various ways. This gives the game a more distinct purpose, something sorely lacking in the original. Trouble in Paradise sports decent visuals, but the overall package is identical to the original, which is a bit disheartening. Still, the environments look good and the various piñatas are still as lively as ever. The amount of content that can fit into a single garden is also impressive.
Willie here, Master Builder.
The voice work easily got on our nerves, but the ambient sounds of nature, upbeat soundtrack, and the charming piñata chatter more than make up for it. In addition to the refined multiplayer and single-player experience, players can now scan special cards using the Xbox Live Vision camera in order to unlock new content. The lack of downloadable content or a custom piñata creator is disappointing, but the card content will suffice for now. With the numerous improvements and its bargain price, Trouble in Paradise is one party you shouldn't miss.